All right, yes, you're welcome back to your Balanced Diet of Teletainment this early morning. Of course, the next bus stop where they enter now, the one with the cook on top of our bonner. And waiting they even ginger am. Now, because for inside Lagos State, just this weekend, Saturday to be precise, even as the rain really struggled to dabaru everything, it was still a success. Yes, we talk about the local government election and the fact that a lot of Lagosians, Nigerians will come outside to exercise their civic right and duty to make sure say they vote for the person who go feel say go carry their local government reach the permanent sites. Now, this one brings us to the question of local government autonomy. Yes, because we know, say, even for the papers, we don't see them say the result don't come out, and they say now APC will take a large chunk of the local government election and then win most of the local government election for most of the places where they do the election matter. But now, everybody they come outside, they ask, so this local government autonomy, where a lot of local government don't they fight for since 19 Bogoro, now we're bringing it to our border. Say, how we fit to get this local government autonomy? What be this local government autonomy deal about for people who don't even understand them? How we fit to achieve them? Is it even achievable? Do we have the right people in the local government to even carry us from now where we did? Reach the permanent site where they go? That's now why we don't get a very casual guest, a very in-house analyst where all of us are very familiar with, to check out on top of this local government autonomy and how we fit to achieve them, how we fit to carry them, reach the permanent bus stop. None other than Chukwudi Ezeugwu in the building. Good morning, Chukwudi.
Good morning.
Good morning, Chukwudi. Now, let's talk about the local government election we shared on Saturday. Now, a lot of people they cry about the low turnout of voters for the polls. Now, you feel saying that because Nigerians don't actually lose faith in local government, and that's now why we not get good turnout?
Well, I don't think saying whether people don't lose faith for local government. I just feel say government in general, whether federal, whether states, or whether not even the local when they use as scapegoat. A lot of Nigerians feel say the essence of governance, they know they get them from them. And basically the dividends of democracy, when we say, if we talk say that democracy with the practice, now all these things we suppose to enjoy. A lot of Nigerians never see them. Not be today the thing start, not be with these last elections the thing starts. From when we return to democratic rule, a lot of people don't even they keep tabs on local government. And that one now because of say, if the government won't be like the senior brother them, the federal government and the state government don't fail in their responsibility and then they consistently fail in their responsibility, nobody just they consider the local government important. Now, with the talk say we get 3 levels or tiers of government, the federal, the state, and the local. One federal government, 36 states government, 774 local governments. All of them get defined responsibilities and functions. If these 774 local governments will discharge their responsibility to the best of their ability, people go to see results. But because of say the structure we get, be like structure when we say the people when set them up to fail, there's no balance. The local government only turn to like where people they go do political IT or NYSC. Many of these people when they go local government or people who want to become chairman or councillors, they prepare themselves to go for maybe the state houses of assembly and maybe federal house or even house of senate or even to come contest for elections. So people they look at them as okay, time when we say they go chop plenty money, gather plenty money, or maybe they begin to call them honorable in small places before they reach big places. What do we need to do about local governments now to let people get confidence in the local government, because they call our government at the grassroots and the government that is closest to the people. Before I enter motor, they go Alausa or go Asoro, go complain. I feel knock on the door of my local government.
Just to cut you now, you talk to let people, and I know say you get a lot of questions. Now you talk to let people see a lot of confidence in our local government council. How we go to see that confidence? Is it by autonomy or not? Well,
the truth be say, if you talk say local government get your own responsibility and they get function, then it's supposed they're independent of command and control. You feel regulate, but command and control, they entirely, the imbalance, they're very, very glaring. If they clear say something, they're very, very wrong. So what you go do be say, okay, see the work where una supposed to do. Now we go be like the mother when go they check una activities to see say una really do what una supposed to do. But if we just get situation where we say federal government go send money, when federal government send money, the states go just disburse these funds or share them as they take things say the thing be. Local government chairman when things they won't do pass himself, they will just come out them or they will just sideline them. All these things they make Nigerians they feel say waiting exactly what they get from government. Because most times any small argument people go shout Buhari or Shibajo, Ambode or they call the governor's name. Nobody they even talk about the local government. And the work where local government suppose they do, suppose they affect everybody directly. Primary health care, primary education, all these patch what they do for roads. If local government they up and doing and they do their work well, it go very, very easy. But then again, you don't go entirely blame the local governments because like I talk, the structure the balance no there at all. So many local government secretariat they very, very empty. Now when you reach end of the month, when they will come share money, or when G's come and say somebody won't come visit, now you go see activity for all those places. I mean, it's a problem.
But Chukwudi, if we look during the military era, this is not a question why they asked you, was there any point in time when, probably during the military era, when the, in terms of like payment of teacher salary, what's the responsibility of the local government? Because some people don't come outside and say, if you check that time when the local government, suppose they're responsible for paying teachers' salary, a lot of times their salaries were not being paid. And all this one are just one of the things where a lot of people they use as example, say, why should we even give this local government this autonomy? When during by the time when they get enough authority to an extent to prove their worth, they don't do what they're supposed to do. You see, so why are we back to this same question again? When in history, the
fact say you talk say military regime don't spoil everything. Because the way military governments they operate, they suspend the constitution. Military governments suspend the constitution and they rule by decrees or edicts. So if you don't suspend constitution, when supposed to be the body of laws when they guide the work where everybody they do, that means everything where you do there na scam. So all those local governments where you see, so when you talk to them, they're autonomous. They were never autonomous.
No, they were never.
Because
but in the military, they had authority to a certain extent.
They don't get any authority. All those ones where they see now, waiting there the inside, not waiting there. I don't think he said they suspend constitution. Inside our constitution, we get ways when we say local governments go, state government go operate federal. But if you suspend constitution, contact you say they're autonomous, all those ones na kangaroo arrangement. So anything when they're obtainable under the military regime, if you check them under democracy, problem they inside.
But Chukwudi, you know what? I would like to ask because for how long are we going to continue waiting for our papa in quotes, the federal government to continue feeding us?
Now why plenty people don't talk say?
Because if you look, make we even see waiting the local governments, have they ever been able to try inward to see what they fit do?
You know go allow them. Not when they allow you, you go do them.
You know why they ask? Because even with the small one where they don't give them as money.
No, there's nothing like.
If you look,
no, there's nothing like small. No,
make we even use where they stay, for example, where they stay in Agbagada, and that they stay close to one of the major landmarks for inside Agbagada. Now, if you look the road, the average layman for on top the street of Bagada, no one know whether na federal government get that road, whether na state government get that road. He own na say, now when election just throughout last week, a lot of people they come outside for a particular position in the local government. All of them come outside, come they make themselves known. A lot of Nigerians or Lagosians don't even know who their local government chairman is.
Now what would they tell you? Say,
a lot of them just come during that time.
Now what would they
to come show themselves.
Now what
to come splash noodles, to come and splash matches, to come and splash paper and then do small currency notes.
There's imbalance. No matter how we take talk. People don't call say, okay, make we restructure. And most of the people
what is restructuring, Kwano?
Most of the people
everybody is looking for restructuring.
Now, for the 16 federal structures we will get for this world, the countries where they practice federal system of government, now Nigeria be the only country where we say our own federal system of government now homemade. The thing no balance at all.
Chukwudi, you know what? We're going to need to hold your gunpowder a little bit. Make a small break. By the time we come back, we'll get news at the top of the hour. When we come back after the news, we'll continue on top of the local government autonomy for inside Nigeria. No go anywhere. All right, yes, welcome back to your Balanced Diet of Entertainment this morning. Welcome and thanks, Jude, for coming back from his leave. All of us will miss him. I miss you anyway, officially, that's what I'm saying.
I really did. I miss him
I miss sports and all the updates. Okay, right now they talk about the autonomy for inside on top local government matter. And this one also links us to the question of restructuring, because a lot of people, a lot of politicians, a lot of lawmakers, people will get the interest of Nigerians at heart. They come outside and say, we need to restructure. But restructuring is becoming very relative. So to say, because people they come outside, they talk restructure, but no, very few don't come outside give the options or the back-to-back step on what we need to do to follow this restructuring pace. Chukwudi, what do you think about this?
Well, it not be long talk. They don't talk say make we practice federal system the way when they practice federal system. And how do you practice the federal system? Use America as example. You will get federating units, the states. You will get government at the center. When suppose they regulate, and these states go harness their own potential, try to explore what they feel explore in resources, then contribute to the center. That is basically what the federal system of government is about, or a federal structure is. But the one they practice here, and I say every end of month, states go cap in hand, begging to Aso Rock. They go share money, they go come back, they will give you one, they will give to local government, they don't give at all, and they will continue to live like doing their own live. See what did happen with the excess deductions from the Paris refund. Now their money because then deduct in excess at that point in time. But they don't give them money and call they beg them, say, I beg, make una use 75% take pay salaries. All this talk no make sense. If we get states where we say at least 10 resources where we say if they exploit, they go use them well. Why would they waste time? They discuss the matter, make it very, very long. So if we want practice federal system, make we practice federal system. In the end, they practice federal system. But then again, why plenty people they fear and say, many of the people who get for government, they are bereft of ideas and they lack creativity. Now, people when we say just the government because of the money when they inside government, no because say they want side, but they get any ideas when we say if they inject them into government and governance, we will begin to see results. Now, why any Tom, Dick and Harry if he win election, if he get one godfather or if he get plenty people by his side?
I want to actually streamline down to local government now. Now, in the course of your conversation, if you joined us before, you talk about structure. We need to actually change the structure of the local government body. Now, waiting with this structure where we need to change as regards to local government, should we scrap them out totally?
No.
Or should we give them autonomy? Or should they be monitored?
No, you don't feel scrap. If you scrap local government, remember I started talking that the government when they closest to the people. If you scrap them, you don't take government farther away from the people.
But even as you claim they're supposed to be close to the people, they are close to the people without any efficiency.
Because of the structure that we practice. Because of the structure.
What kind of structure do we need?
The structure when we say local government go really do the work when local government supposed to do. I just tell you now, say you get one federal, 36 states, 774 local governments. Everybody get responsibility.
But people are actually scared
of corruption. But for your own, they complain of the governor, they complain of Buhari.
People are actually scared of giving them autonomy because corruption will actually prevail if local government.
Corruption no they prevail for states, no they prevail for federal.
Corruption feel say maybe
corruption no dey restricted. Nothing like worse. There's no barometer. The fact that our president in the UK now they receive treatment. There's no barometer. Hey. The fact that the president is in the UK receiving treatment in Nigeria and you will not afford Medicare. Not corruption. And you dey talk say if we put up local government, there's no way you feel measure corruption.
I go like to take us back to waiting Luchi come outside talk. Even with the little way a lot of local government chairmen are being given, most of them they actually enrich.
There's nothing like even with.
So how
there's nothing like even with the little. We are saying that the structure is not balanced. And now why many of them, when they just see themselves, say, okay, the one when they come, make with the chopper. That's what it is.
So on the final note, what they talk about, is autonomy realistic or unrealistic for Nigeria now?
Now, if we change our structure for the levels of government to operate the way they're supposed to operate, I go feel hold my local government chairman accountable. You just complain of roads now, say people just they come out. Everybody go they call Buhari, they call Oshibajo, overload when they my local government. Now their responsibility, they define. But if you ask them, they'll tell you, say, we they wait, make them send money. Not be so the structure supposed they. Local government supposed to generate money. They're supposed to look inward. See how they'll take to develop themselves.
Okay. If we continue in this way, finally, I know so we get just 1 minute for us to go. Now, looking at this election and how a lot of ballot boxes were being snatched and voters' intimidation, what will be the outcome of 2019?
Well, I know if we talk because 2019 is still very,
because
very
what
far.
Should we put on
but people,
ground?
they talk, say, from Friday night, now you go know that you'll get hangover on Saturday morning. It is very, very clear, say, from the success when we record to a considerable degree for 2015, it be like say we don't begin, they fail again.
Yeah.
What we go do now to sit down and ask ourselves, elections now the process where we say the people go elect their representatives, no be do or die affair. What be the things when we need to use ensure say me I no go day house they talk say if I go out they go beat me.
Yes.
Security suppose they you suppose fit restore voter confidence. Many person know say after all if we vote no be waiting baba right now go come happen at the end. Now the person won't put. Now why for local governments where you get like 300 and something thousand people will register only 9,000 go come out on election day. It doesn't make any sense. Restore voter confidence how? Let them understand say now they are right to choose who they want me them choose and the person when they choose now go there. If we don't get that one right, they waste our time.
All right, restore voters' confidence. Thank you so much, Chukwudi, for always coming to the show to throw more light on top of the matter. Okay, this is now the time we'll get on top of the show today. Stay with us again tomorrow from 7 to 8:30. I remain Luchi Enobong. Make it get better day.
And if the conversation actually interests you well, just follow us on top YouTube. We did it at Wazobia Max, or on top Facebook at Wazobia Max, or Instagram at Wazobia Max. And follow Chukwudi at Ezeugwu Chukwudi, right?
Ezeugwu CC on Twitter.
Ezeugwu CC on Twitter. Follow him, and if you actually interact with her one-on-one. My name is Uvi Ehigamuse. Have a lovely Monday morning.
Oh yeah. CC.
To enjoy more of these our Ogbonge videos when you just watch, press this button to subscribe on top of our YouTube page. You go love her.